The Broncos need to fire George Paton. It's that simple. They have to do it. Franchise has been a joke. He gave Russell Wilson an extension on his contract before he threw his first pass for here. He gave himself an extension. He's a waste of everybody's time. He's a joke in there. He lied about when all of a sudden he couldn't get Aaron Rodgers. Oh well, Russell Wilson, we'd been working on that. No, you hadn't. That was a knee-jerk reaction. You got to get rid of George Paton as the head of football operations and general manager. Of course, Sean Payton has taken over for head of football operations. You got to cut that back too. Don't blame John Elway for any of this. John Elway, what did he do? Well, he came in here, he won 5 AFC championships in a row, got to 2 Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl as a general manager. Everybody goes, well, he got Peyton Manning. Well, no one else would have gotten Peyton Manning. Shut the hell up. That wouldn't have happened. You think George Paton could have gotten Peyton Manning? No, hell no, that wasn't going to happen. Manning doesn't have to come here if it's not for John. Don't tell me about John's draft, because John was drafting at the end of every round. They're winning Super Bowls. They're winning championships. They're winning AFC West. You got the last pick in the draft. It's a coin flip. You're going to get a position player, maybe a starter at the end of round 1, maybe at the end of round 2 and 3. He was not in those great of positions. The one time he picked early, he got Von Miller, and everybody said, well, everybody could have done that. When are you going to be pleased by what other people are doing? John Elway's a selfless guy. He has his ego, but John Elway took this job to make this job happen. He has to apologize to no one. Do not apologize to anyone. John. When the 49ers hired John Lynch, it was somewhat of a surprise. And when I say that, after it was a surprise to me, I said, this makes sense to me. This is, he's a no-nonsense guy. He knows when to talk. He knows when to shut up. He knows people across the board. He has friends in all organizations. He's a Hall of Famer, John Elway Hall of Famer. That was a hire that somewhat came out of nowhere. But Lynch made everything happen. He's a serious guy. He has a great track record. Okay, here we go. You want long-term success for your Denver Nuggets? Excuse me, for your Denver Broncos? It's nice and simple. You hire Peyton Manning as your general manager. What? He'd take the job in a heartbeat. He would grab this job. He's an egoless guy. People would come here to come in and play for him. He would bring class. He would bring a serious guy in that front office. Sean Payton answers to him. Peyton Manning answers to the Walton Penner Group, primarily Greg Penner. That's the way you set this up. You want to do this. He is the best guy for this guy in an organization, and it's not an act of desperation. Not an act of desperation. Sean Payton is the blame guy. He's blaming everybody constantly. His ego gets in the way, and he wants nothing but credit. Sean Payton can win for you on the field. He's not going to win for you long term, because he's not here for you long term. He's here for him long term. Peyton Manning would be a perfect guy for this. He'll bring quality, class, and he's no joke. People will come here, and coaches will go, yeah, well, I'll go there. I'll get fired in a year, and then they'll have to pay me for 3 years of my separation. That won't happen. The Walton Penner Group does not want to be embarrassed. The Walton Penner Group wants to embarrass others. I'm Gil Whaley. I'll think to that.